to the GSE, and today I'm going to talk about birthdays. Birthdays. Why do we have birthdays? I mean, I can understand at the first birthday, the day of your birth is one thing. Think about it. The bundle of joy has arrived, provided, of course, your family likes the idea or decided to have you and say, it was a mistake. But if you actually had it, and they had you, and you were happy, they were happy. Everybody's happy. It's a beautiful day. They don't mind changing your little diapers because you made a mess in them. And that's great. Fine. I can deal with this. However, after the first year, 365 days later, you're trying to figure out why in the hell there's all this commotion about you. You're suddenly barely able to stand up. If you're lucky, you're able to be, pulling the cat's tail or doing something exciting like that to keep yourself busy. And of course, if your parents can drag you away from the kiddie box for 5 minutes, next thing you know, you're sitting in a little child seat, there's a big cake in front of you, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and wham! Face goes into the cake because you're passed out and these idiots totally forget that about this time of day, you actually deserve a nap. At 7 or 8 years old, it's not bad. You get the hang of it. You're starting to enjoy the attention. It's not too bad. You get cool stuff, toys. People come around once a year. By the way, you stopped playing in the kitty litter box and now playing in the dirt mounds with little toy soldiers and shit, making a mess that way. But still, you're happy. People are showing up. People are giving you gifts. It's great. You're starting to get the hang of it. You appreciate it. It's okay to have a birthday then. And then the teens come in. You know, that age where your hormones start to go crazy. All you can think about is sex, and you really don't even know what that is. Of course, most of you kids nowadays with the internet have probably learned all this shit by the time you were 5. But the presents suck. I mean, who the hell wants a tie, a set of socks, or even the SpongeBob SquarePants bathroom shorts? I don't give a shit about that. All you care about at this point, face it, is booze, sex, drugs, rock and roll, all that good, healthy, quality stuff kids love. The rest sucks. You actually find more solace with your friends, your other friends. Those people who somehow you feel that you have to look up to, or you have to feel be in their little niche, in their little group. So you have to pick on other people, or to make yourself feel up there with the Joneses, so to speak. It's bullshit. Yeah, but you don't know no better. You're a teenager, The 20s hit. 20s, guess what happens? Well, you're supposed to be on your own. You're supposed to have finished your college education and go out and challenge the world. Some people actually leave at 18 years old. They're high school, they're already into the workplace, they want to go. That was great. Absolutely great. If it was the 70s or the 80s. But in this world, in this economy, you're lucky if you get to my age and still haven't moved out of the house. So, what happens? 20s, you get gifts, you get money, you supposedly have freedom. You have your own apartment. 20s, sex is supposed to be running good. Everything is happy-dory, provided, of course, you've moved out. I really hate to see you bringing people home and you're doing the naughty, banging boots, whatever they call it back nowadays. But hey, this is what you want to do. That's fine. It's great. Okay. But birthdays, forget about it. I don't give a shit about that. If you want to hand me some money, throw some money in my pocket, and I'll take off and do my own thing. 30s. Now, this decade is when your life is in your stride. You're supposed to be in that stride. You're accomplishing things. You're moving forward. Your life is supposed to have some kind of passion, progressiveness, everything. But what really is the truth? You're a little confused. You're probably not in the job you really like. You're growing up and you're starting to get, problems from friends and relatives and neighbors. Everything starts to bug you, but you don't let it get to you because you're not at that age yet where it makes sense. You just want to go out and try to get that stride in your life. Just move forward. And all you get from family and friends, gift certificates. Now, granted, the cards are all right. Yeah, happy 30th birthday, yeah, good like that. And you go, okay, fine. You get some money, you get some gift certificates. You know, they're practical, they're good. iTunes, coffee shops, restaurants, things like that. The social gifts that you would give one another. Hey, you need to try this place. You need to try Kung Pao's lick rice, whatever the hell it is. You just go that, do that thing, and that's fine. But still, birthdays at this point, there's no point for it. Like I said, give me a card, some money, that's fine. I really don't even need the card. Just toss me a handout, for Christ's sake. The 40s come, and this is where everything starts to go backwards. Just take a look at any Hallmark store, any card gift store. When you hit 40, the signs are up, the banners are there. Over the hill, you've reached halfway. Excuse me, but I really never thought of 40 as being halfway in my life. I want to just move forward, as always. But no, birthdays are there to remind you that life is now going down. And they tell you that. Life is over the hill, you get those old buttons. And guess what happens in your 40? Midlife crisis hits, you're still confused, haven't accomplished shit, or maybe that you finally got into a job that you liked. It's not working out. So what do? You go on the internet nowadays and look for things. Look for another job, maybe something better, who knows? The whole point is everything is negative. And the birthday wishes really start to piss you off because finally, after all these years of you not wanting a birthday, suddenly the card companies and families are starting to agree with you. And suddenly this bothers you. I don't understand either. Okay, here's the great decade. 50s is basically when you get gift certificates, but they're based on medical things. For example, hey, how about some massages or Botox or maybe, cleanings or possibly a free rectal exam. Because obviously that's what you need to worry about in your 50s. Why? Hey, you're at that age where, remember, you just passed downhill now 10 years ago, so now you're going downhill, and you're in your 50s, which means it's time to start worrying even more about your health. Suddenly you're spending time in a health food store. Why? I don't know. Suddenly vitamins have an interest to you. You start looking at pills and tablets and enzymes and probiotics and all sorts of crap that you're worried about because you haven't really been taking care of yourself the past 40 or 50 years. So suddenly consumerism and everything around you is saying it's time to look and focus on your health. And this is where, once again, the birthdays suck. Because it reminds you you're getting 1 year closer, or every year something snaps in your DNA and something falls out. Like hair, teeth, things growing in your ears that they shouldn't be there. Or at least I haven't seen that kind of shit in years. Why would I need to grow plants out of there? Now, 60s is a heck of a decade because obviously you don't get any cards anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't think you even get gift certificates. And if you do get any kind of gift certificates, it's once again for more and more medical-based things. Chiropractors, more exams, but on the positive side, you get a free bus pass and a lifetime subscription to the AARP. Anyway, that's your 70s. 70s, you have no friends, no gift cards, no nothing, and so you drink heavily, boozy. Sex is non-existent. That stick that you tried to tie it up to snaps for some reason. Now we reach the 80s. And let's face it, guys, this is possibly the only other time that I would think the 80s is actually a good thing to celebrate your birthdays. You know why? Most of your friends are dead. Hey, freedom at last. Now you can actually enjoy your birthday without being warned or reminded of it. You don't have to worry about cards or anything anymore. All you care about now is a vacation. Because obviously if you can physically get out of bed and into your wheelchair and an oxygen tank with a bloody umbrella above your head, you can actually go on a cruise. And of course you'd have to have 3 or 4 people with you because at this point in your life, you're back in diapers again. But like I said, birthdays? Nah. Birthdays should be between birth and maybe 10, 11, 12 tops. And I have to admit it, thinking about it, the 80s, if I can get in the 80s, I'm going to have to celebrate it myself. Once again, thank you for listening to The Great Social Experiment. This is Freddy Neve. Thank you, world, and I'll see you next week.